Tappei has just released Arc 7 Chapter 67, and this video will be a summary of the chapter. I highly recommend you check out my Arc 7 Chapter 66 summary. Anyways, let's begin. When the old man in the healing room, known as Grandpa No, heard Subaru's order, his mouth twisted into a smirk. This old man was the healer of the island, despite having no medical experience before coming to the island. It all started when the old man put a cloth under a swordsman who lost an arm. Since then, the old man was the doctor on the island and didn't have to participate in the battles. Subaru asked Grandpa Null if he could prepare a poison that he could use that would kill him with a bite or lick. The scene changes. It was necessary that Subaru had something. After all, if he fainted and won the battle in a half-formed state, it would be bad. A voice rings out. You have survived, Sparker. You will be accepted on the Isle of Swords. Across from Subaru lay a dead beast, a giant rat with its tail cut off, and it had swords impaled into it. Gustav said the same words that he said when Subaru first won the Sparker event. Subaru assumed that Gustav would say different words, but apparently not. Apparently Gustav says the same words no matter who wins the Sparker event. Surrounding Subaru, his 5 teammates, Orson, Hitz, Nadri, Kwanson, and Codley, celebrate. All of them were pivotal in the winning of the battle, but of course Subaru was the most important factor. Subaru points to Gustav, but Gustav just squints his eyes and leaves the arena. We see Hyen jumps down from the spectator stand and asks Subaru what he was thinking. Subaru states that it was punishment. If you disobey the rules on the island, depending on the severity, you won't die by the curse, but instead you'll be forced to participate in a Sparker of a different union. Hyen inquires about why Subaru got punished. It's almost as if he got punished to save Hyen's friends. Subaru then gestures to the 5 lizard people, and one of them notices Hyen, proclaiming that Hyen's alive. Subaru then pushes Hyen towards the 5 lizard people and tells them to savor it since Subaru risked his life for it. As Subaru walks away, Hyen thanks him. Subaru already knows why the 5 lizard people were on the island and knows that they actually have no malice or animosity towards Hyen, so he essentially needs to let Hyen and his friends talk it over. We then see Tanza jump down and call out to Subaru from behind, which scares Subaru. And Tanza inquires about what Subaru did, asking if Subaru wants to die. And Subaru said not, but Tanza asked why Subaru participated in Sparker again. Subaru talks about how he risked his life, but he believed that saving Hyen's friends will have a good purpose. Tanza is of course distrustful of Subaru and says that he has distrustful eyes, but Subaru says to wait around. Subaru then puts his finger in his mouth. Behind his back tooth there's a package. This was what Subaru asked the old man for, and of course Subaru won't make a mistake to accidentally use it. The scene changes. After the Sparker, Tanza and Subaru talk. Subaru states that Orson, one of Hyen's friends, confirmed that Cair's Flame had been destroyed, and that's one part of why Subaru saved Hyen's friends. Plus we also see Hyen's friends got captured since they were trying to save Hyen. Hyen was also in a better mood. Tanza, hearing that Cair's Flame was destroyed, was of course upset. After all, she says that Cair's Flame was her home. However, Hyen tells Tanza that the city was destroyed but the people are alive. Hyen also says that apparently there's a big uprising outside, and Hyen heard that Cair's Flame joined the rebellion. resulting in them being wiped out for their stupidity. However, Tanza says that Yona isn't stupid and gives Hyen the evil eye, and Hyen apologizes. Subaru, hearing this, believes the story. Kyr's flame is destroyed, but Yona, Abel, and the others are perfectly fine. Subaru needs to hurry and meet up with the others, especially Rem, and Subaru believes that they will be mad at him for being smaller. A guard enters the room and says that Gustav wants to see Subaru alone. Subaru jokes around with the guard, but the guard doesn't really respond in kind. After all, the guard most likely thinks that Subaru is weird. After all, Subaru voluntarily joined a second Sparker event. Subaru then leaves and tells Tanza to wait for him. We see Wise and Dora enter the room that Tanza and Hyen are in, and they wonder if Subaru did anything weird. Wise and the group realize that Subaru purposefully entered Sparker of his own volition. They believe that Subaru is hiding a secret, and Hyen believes he knows what it is. Apparently, there is an illegitimate son of the Emperor, a young boy with black hair and black eyes. And with that, the chapter ends. So this was quite possibly the shortest chapter in the entire arc so far. What I find really interesting is the throwaway information about the Doctor, about how he became the Doctor a long time ago when he put a cloth under a swordsman that lost an arm. I'm wondering if this swordsman was actually Aldebaran, because that would be a funny coincidence. But yeah, it's kind of funny because people used to meme this idea of Subaru getting poison and keeping it in his mouth so he could kill himself. And it turns out that that's what he's actually doing now. So that meme has sort of come to fruition. But yeah, pretty short chapter. It's just set up. It seems like everyone believes that Subaru might be the illegitimate son of the Emperor. So I guess we'll see where it goes.